Hello, hello, good morning. Also, ow! I saw what you did earlier, Link. I saw. But, yeah, how you doing? I hope y'all are doing well. I did not sleep too well, but I am here. No, not tender duck. We are not eating the duck also. I should probably turn off my text. Hope y'all are doing well this morning. Glad you're doing good, Link. I realize I probably need to, make some art for a Duckathon card, so we're gonna be doing that today because I totally forgot to do that. Totally. So I'm gonna go ahead over here. I think, we're gonna go do some art stuff. Give me just a second here. There we go. Fix the category. Get it? Do you get it, chat? Category? I had to. I forgot about the dumb throne thing. I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. For some reason or another, throne is not properly working today. I don't know why. But it just keeps doing that pending thing. So I'm just gonna thank you for that. I'm just gonna fix that. I'm gonna listen while I play Coder 2. Oh, gotcha. Well, the tits works, but throne was like no, because if I turn it on, you see, it just kind of hangs out at the top of the screen, just constantly loading. I double checked to make sure that I had the correct like browser source link, but it is the correct one. I just don't know what's wrong with OBS. Honestly, this entire morning, I started late because of the fact that my computer decided, you know what? You know that you have everything set up. You know that you tested everything before you strawman. And, I go to hit live, hit the go live, and, no joke, chat, the audio was no longer working. Literally a 5-minute gap. I walk away, I come back, it's not working. So that's why I'm a little late. Again, it's the same thing that happened on Sunday. Yes, my tits is working. Don't take that out of context. I don't want to be bonked for being load. A load duck. Well, yeah, I found some Stream Beats indie pop today, so we're gonna be listening to that for some time until I get bored of it. There's the clips. I did, but also you weren't supposed to take that out of context. I also think I've decided that I might just, for karaoke, I probably just have to do a separate stream. And then I have to, like, just do the thing where you delete the VOD. Because on account of... Oh, OBS just decided it was time to crash. Since nobody can hear me, it shit the bed. It's one of those days. Yeah, I can see whenever I go into my clips in the back end, it tells me who clipped it. So if I clipped it, I see I clipped it. If a clip was made by someone else, I see who clipped it. There's only been a handful of clippers on this channel. At some point, I actually want to do a clipping contest, because I think it would be fun. I might do that for part of the Duckathon, actually. Have like a mini clipping contest. I don't know what the prize would be. A personal quack from yours truly. Quack. All the other channels that you clipped from? No, I cannot see that. I can only see on my own channel who clipped what. Yeah. I can also see if anyone clipped anything of you on your own channel, but that's about it. So, I need to, now that things are mostly back in order, because, you know, it is one of those days. I want to go ahead over here to Clip Studio. We're going to make a new thingy. We're going to keep the resolution, the DPI at 600, I want to say. And I think I'm going to go with 2000 by 2000. And then we're going to put the grid on here because the grid helps. Gonna do that. I am a yawny duck today. I should probably have some of my Choco Moo. I have chocolate almond milk, or as I like to call it, chocolate nut juice, because nuts do not create milk. So I'm gonna grab my tablet, because fun fact, this duck has a really small tablet. It's literally, if you can imagine the size of a composition notebook that you would have had in school, it's smaller than that. I have such a teeny tiny tablet. It's not that small though. It's like, I want to say it's like a 6-inch tablet or a 7-inch tablet. I can't remember the exact size, but yeah, I'm gonna start with kind of gray here, because gray is easier on the eyes. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my sketching color. I like to use a specific color for sketching. I don't know why. I also realize I still have my VFX on, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. There we go. Alrighty then. What should I do for my art chat? I gotta decide. I'm thinking kinda maybe like she's skydiving. You know, we got her like, you know, that was awful. I should probably turn down the stabilization because I'm doing sketching. Maybe like, you know, head down here. My body's kind of like here. Maybe like that. And then she's kind of looking down. Maybe something like that, you know? A silly little, a little goober just falling through the sky. I think that's kind of what I got in my head. I mean, I won't really have it in my head, per se, because I can't imagine. But you know what I mean, like, the idea of, like, skydiving. Because I think of, like, whenever I draw things and I'm not using a reference, I just think about where everything would be positioned. We know that the body would be behind here. We know the arms would be kind of, like, near the head, but would be kind of, like, backwards and up. And we know that the feet would be, like, backwards and up, like the legs, I guess. So we're gonna start with that today. I have never drawn a position like this, so we're gonna find out how well I do. We should probably make this a bit bigger, so to better fill out what we got here. This is just the sketch part. Okay. I'm gonna save this because we're gonna start on doing this. Folder do I want to put this in? I might put this in my assets folder because it's gonna probably be an asset Also, I just realized I've not done my go lives. I should probably do that really quickly, as soon as I finish creating my file here. I call this skydiving lucky asset. It just makes my life easier. I need to move this. One of the really difficult things about having this mic is the fact it's in the way of me being able to type. So I have to like move it every time I have to type because I can't type very well. But it also gets in the way of my tracking if I put it too high. So that's also a challenge. Okay. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick screenshot. I'm gonna go over to the blue sky. And then I gotta do a quick copy paste. And over on Blue Sky, you can actually use hashtags because you don't get penalized for that. I do 2D. Oh, not 22. 2D art. E. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Copy. Because we cross-posted now, and Twitter's finally working for me again. I had to clear the cache in my browser for Twitter. I was like, why? Why? I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. Oh no, I think I didn't add the, I did not add the alt text. I don't know why it didn't prompt me to on Blue Sky this time. I'm gonna go ahead over here. Oh well. I'm gonna do that. Do this. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, we can get back to this now. There is a wild arrowcuda in chat. You could try to catch it using exclamation point Pokecatch. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do over here. And this will probably be a more chibi-fied version. Just, you know, because of the fact that I am not prepared to do a full illustration right now. Oh nice, you caught the arrowcuda. From what I understand, the later you wait into the specific Pokemon spawn, the higher the chance that you'll actually be able to catch it. Why do I have Steam popping up? I did not ask for Steam to pop up. Although, I realized I did not have TCG Card Shop Simulator on my wish list, so I went ahead and did that. Because it is a game I'd like to eventually get because of the fact that it now has crowd control support. It's one of many games that has crowd control support now. They've been adding so many. Like, no joke. You know what? I'm gonna make a new layer so I don't erase the underlying sketch, and I'm also gonna change this. Actually, I'm gonna make the layer color more of like a pink. Yeah. Okay. This is nowhere near a sketch. Why am I using such a big brush? I realized, what am I doing? You could tell I've not taken my meds this morning. That is for sure. This is just a rough draft. I will fix it when it actually comes to putting in all the details. Good morning, Queenie. Good morning, good morning. It's good to see you. I just started. We're drawing a skydiving duck. That is me. I've never drawn anything like this, so we're gonna find out very quickly how bad I am at perspective. But hello, good morning. I hope you're doing well. This is just the sketching phase, at least. I'll be able to refine it when it actually is sketched out. Yeah, I decided because, you know, I am an aviator. I am also an avian, and a pilot, a bomber pilot, you know. I should do something, you know, like in the sky, which if you see my Twitter banner, I did something similar with that one. Let me see if I can actually pull it up real quick, because I have it in my art folder here. Because this is my Twitter banner I made. As you can see, there's quite a bit of layers. But yeah, I made this from my Twitter like a year and a half ago, I want to say. And it has the spirit of like skydiving almost. She's just falling through the sky. I don't know what's happening here or why she's in that pose, but when I was drawing it, it was funny because someone walked in on me, my roommate, and they thought that I was drawing a Dakimakura, and I was like, no, please, it's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. Because I'll actually show you one more time. Because when I was drawing it, right? I was drawing it vertically. So I had to explain, no, I'm not drawing lewd art of an anthro duck, okay? In Star Wars D&D, that sounds like a fun time. But yeah, I had to explain this. Like, no, this is for my Twitter. This is for my Twitter, I swear. I swear. A lot of things come out accidentally lewd looking and sounding from me. Like when I talk about my tits working or not, you know? And Link got me last stream. KOTOR is Star Wars D&D basically. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. I'm just doing a quick sketch. This is just getting the rough idea in place. Ooh. I'm not sure I like that. Let's do this one more time. Let's try not to duck it up. I'm still trying to do this time. Yo. And then the duckbill's gonna be kind of facing down. But it's gotta be higher, you know, because of the positioning of it. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and, because it's gonna be easier if I'm doing this way because of the fact that I am using my right hand. Ooh. Okay, there we go. I do not like that. I gotta get this just right, chat. Because I gotta think about the perspective of the duckbill. You would think the number of times I have drawn myself at this stage, being that I am my own artist, who makes almost all their own assets, that I would have it down pat by now, but no, I don't. I still have perspective issues. You know what? We're gonna do this the normal way, okay? I'm gonna kind of do this, which is my normal way. But then I'm gonna kind of bring that down. Okay. Okay. That's looking a lot better. Now, because this is like a top view, we're not gonna be able to see the bottom. Okay, that is too big of a nostril. My nostrils are not that big. Wait, are they that big? I don't think they are. Let me actually bring that a little bit further down. This is just getting our rough stuff in place. I swear this will not be bigger than this one. I just love when I cannot get proportions correct. We can fix this. We can fix this, chat. Okay, so this is gonna come more this way. This is gonna come more this way. Okay. I like this. Okay. Okay. That is looking a lot better. And then I can do a scale. Oh, wait, I can't do that. Gotta do this. Wait. Nope. I cannot draw today. Let's just do it this way. There we go. Boom. Just move that over. There we go. That is exactly how I do this, chat. There is no science. This is just me figuring this out as I go. Okay. We got the basic face in place. I'm sure that she'll probably have, like, fluff that kind of... Woo! And that kind of comes through over here. Kind of get the fluff blown back over here too, and also kind of round out the face. It kind of looks like she's just dead on the ground now. Perspective is not my strong suit, but you would think that it would be, considering the fact I do live 2D. And in order to do live 2D, you have to have some semblance of perspective in order to make it look right. But here's the thing, chat. I cheat. I cheat so hard. Being that, you know, I have aphantasia and I can't really imagine things, with live 2D, it's just easy because it's already done. It's already there. I just kind of squish it around, mold it like paper mache over a wireframe. Oh, it's just so much easier. I'm gonna call that her face. I'm breaking the sketch up more than I normally would, just because this is such a complex pose, I guess. But you know, it's for a donathon, so it's gotta be good, you know? Sketch. Frame. I'm gonna put this here with the face over it. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the hair. Because the hair is the next place I go after this. Every ducking time, because it's just my methodology. I have a hard time actually fleshing out bodies. That sounds really weird. Okay. Let's kind of do this and do a zoomie. And not the kind that, you know, dogs get or cats get in the middle of the night. So lucky we have like a swoopy bank. But actually I'm wondering how this will go. Like, I feel almost like it would be a thinner piece of hair up here. I think I might kind of go up like this and then kind of push. Something kind of like that, chat. Because the way that the wind hits it, it's going to be kind of pushed up. Because it is wavy, though, it will resist. It will resist the wind. That is the physics of hair. Wavy hair tends to resist being moved around. Same thing with curls. If you have curly hair, you know exactly what I mean. You know? Like, for example, if you were to have a fro, right? It's gonna go up somewhat, but it's still gonna retain that entire, like, coil the entire time. There's no stretching out that coil. So there's only so far that it can go. And the same thing goes for even wavy hair. And I have wavy hair, so it will move, but it's not gonna undo the wave very well. Even when there's like heavy wind going through it. That's just physics. That's just how that works. So probably what would happen, I'm actually gonna go ahead over here, because this is actually where the part would be. So the blue part is gonna kind of come back up like this. Because again, you cannot take the wave out of the hair, even if it's being pushed around by the wind. There is a wild Rellor in chat you could try to catch using exclamation point Pokecatch. I do not even know what a wild Rellor would look like. I am so behind on Pokemon. I know old Pokemon. I know 150 or more to say. And some of the newer ones, you know? Like, I know some of the ones from, like, Pokemon Moon and Pokemon X. Don't ask me about Sword and Shield. Do not ask me about Violet and Scarlet. Do not ask me about, like, any newer Pokemons, because I really... Then this is all... I feel this looks like a giant eyebrow. That's gonna kind of come in with that. I don't have to draw the whole thing because this is not live 2D. I do not need to live 2D everything. Although I would love to live 2D everything. I am very tempted in almost everything I draw. I'm like, I'm gonna live 2D this. Okay. I'm also gonna call this hair. Rellor is a bug that's annoying to evolve. Ah, gotcha. I remember there was another Pokemon that was annoying to evolve, but I can't remember which one it was. It's like you had to trade it in order to evolve it. I think it was... Was it Gengar? I feel like it was Gengar, but I can't remember. It's what I'm recalling, but I can't quite recall. So now, let's see. How are we going to do the back of the hair? I'm actually going to call this front hair. Make my life easier. Just do another back hair. 3 of them, all of them take 1,000 steps, walk with them each. There are a lot of trade evolution Pokemon. All of them are annoying. Yeah, sounds about right. You can take the wave out of the hair. Actually, no, you can't. I was gonna try to make some kind of joke about it, like you can take the wave out of the hair, but you can't take the wind or something. It's more like you can take the wind out of the hair, but you can't take the curl or the wave. Ooh, that's too much. Doo-doo-doo. Bring that down. That is a little too much. Am I doing a good job of drawing hair floofing back, chat? I feel like I'm going Super Saiyan now with the way that the hair's spiking up. And I should probably come back down to the face here, because we need to actually... Probably need to bring the hair down just a tad. The front hair can kind of go there. Also, I'm going to quickly just do this so that I can kind of darken it up. There we go. The back hair. Okay. I feel like that's about right. And then I can kind of floof it out a bit more. There we go. Good morning, Dazzle. Good morning, good morning. We're drawing a skydiving me. Although I realize this actually could be a me because of the fact I literally drew circles for hands. But no, me as in lucky duck. Hi. I figured we're gonna go for like a skydiving kind of a art here. I've never drawn anything like this unless you count my my Twitter banner, which looks like a Dakimakura. And I had to explain that. I had to explain that to a roommate when I was drawing it because I mean, I'm sure you could see why this would be a problematic thing to catch me drawing if you just walked in and saw, you know, no background even, because at the time I only had just Lucky up here. Just me. And so it just it just looks so bad. This one's less like a Dakimakura. No, I'm not being a lewd duck, I swear. But yeah, just been kind of sketching out the form for like the hair and stuff. You can't really take the waves out of the hair even when there's like heavy wind going on, because that's just how hair works. You can't really get rid of that, so yeah. And now I gotta figure out what the body looks like upside down. Granted, I do have a reference sheet. I don't think y'all have ever seen it. My good friend, who's an artist, did this reference sheet for me. And as you could see, it's pretty detailed, although It did miss the zipper, which I kind of waxed and waned on whether or not I wanted the zipper. But then, you know, as time went on, I said, you know what, I definitely want the zipper, and I made, like, the swinging zipper that you see on my chibi model, which, speaking of... Hi. I'm a little bit far away over here. Give me just a second, and, I'll fix myself. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I should probably make myself just a wee bit smaller. There we go. Hi. Hello. You can see my swinging zipper over here. I feel like it's a little bit hard to see. There we go. Woo! You can see the swinging zipper now. I decided to keep it because I really like the idea of having a swinging zipper, and it sounds stupid. Maybe it is stupid, but I like it. Oh yeah. Ooh, too close. Too close. Yeah. And let me put on. I want to put on wooden design right now. Should I have the cat ears on? Should I? You know. But then I could just take them off when they go down. And they back up, down, back up, down. Live shooting is just way too much fun, honestly. And yeah, I think it was a good feature. I also originally had pockets on the front of my jacket, like side pockets, you know? The kind of triangular shaped ones. And then I said, I'm lazy. I don't feel like drawing those every time I have to draw myself, so we're not gonna keep pockets. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reference. And it's a fairly simple design, honestly. You know? But it's got kind of a very standout silhouette when you look at it. Because I got wild hair. And wild hair is good for that. Let me go ahead now. I'm going to make a separate sketch folder for the body, I think, and for the head. Just to keep things organized. I swear, I didn't used to do this with my sketches, but then I got into Live 2D, and now it's just easier for me to separate everything from the beginning. But I can move everything in the body up ahead. Have better visibility. So thinking about how I look from behind. I know that I'm gonna have the neck is around right here. You're not really gonna see the floof. So we could probably ignore that. So probably we're looking at a basic shapes here. Although I kind of want this to bend backwards, so I want to have that reflected. Let me just... Woo! Most likely, I'll probably end up squishing these together a bit, but just to kind of get the idea out there. Let me just re-transform, because I can just doop. Because it is going to be a little bit more of a chibi-fied. Zach, I can't talk this morning. Good morning. I appreciate the ray. I hope you're doing well this morning. How you doing? What were you doing? Art? I see art. Another artist. Awesome. I love art. I'm doing art today because I gotta make art for my Duckathon card. But yeah, if you need to take a break, rest, whatever, feel free to, do whatever you gotta do. I do appreciate you leaving your community here. For those of you who don't know who I am, hello. Hi, my name is Lucky. I'm an odd duck, and I make almost all of my assets here. Everything you see, every single fucking thing, down to my live 2D model here. Also, I'm not normally a cat. I'm actually just a duck. But sometimes, I'm a cat duck because reasons. I decided one day to draw cat ears on myself and then said, you know what, that would be great to make into a sticker or an emote. And then I turned it into an emote. But yeah, I do all different kinds of interactive stuff too, not just art. And, I do crowd control. I haven't done it since I've come back to streaming. Because I did just move 400 miles, away from where I was living. Also, this is not actually my main model. This thing is my main model, and it's very far away because for some reason. Also, I have Eslo on my head. Eslo from the Minish Cat because I drew and rigged him too. But hi, hello, how are you? I'm gonna get a little bit in your face here. Hello. Hi. How you doing? But it's not always easy being your own artist when you're a live 2D artist because you end up with too many ideas and then you just want to do them all and then you never have time for all of them and it's a problem. It's a real problem. But I digress. In any case, once again, welcome. Also, I am way too close. I am way too ducking close. Give me just a second here. I do all sorts of quirky things. Heck, even this model, you might notice, it says starting soon on it. Like, this is my starting soon screen. And I can kill the tracking at any time. Also, this has customizable, shells, if you will. And, chat can change them to whatever chat wants to see for that particular time. Yeah, I even have, like, this one, which kind of really matches the screen. I just started art, so all my art is done by a friend of mine. That makes sense, Everyone starts somewhere. I mean, heck, you'd be surprised. Like, this right here, let me just, maneuver back over, after I turn off my text here, back over to my art scene. Because something that you should probably be aware of, if you are just getting into art now, it is okay to not be in love with your own art. My very first VTuber that I made was this abomination. Yeah, this was my first ever live 2D VTuber, and it was not symmetrical whatsoever, and I had no idea how to draw a duck. I had never drawn a duck before, so I just kind of winged it, like a duck. I winged it. She had some very interesting expressions, I'm not gonna lie. Like I could show you, I have a few screenshots that are quite telling, if I could find them. I believe they're in my downloads somewhere. Let me just make these icons a bit bigger so I can see them. Or maybe I deleted it, I don't know, but I had some, here it is. There we go. Like, that was one of the angles. I did not have any expressions. I had no toggles. Literally, it was just... I don't know what was going on, okay? And I found that if I look one way, I had a certain expression. If I looked the opposite way, I had a different expression. So I used that to my advantage to give chat, like, this evil look whenever they did something bad, like zap me in Breath of the Wild. Killing Lonk and causing me to restart from a save. Yeah, I was effectively a glorified PNG tuber when I started because I had no idea what the duck I was doing with Live 2D. I will note, it is actually fun. Super, super fun. If you ever want to get into it, I highly recommend it. It is tons of fun. It is not as hard as it looks. I mean, it looks really hard and it is hard at first, but like, once you understand how it's actually done, I actually find it easier than drawing. Not gonna lie. So yeah, you know, y'all, if you're, honestly, give Moody over here a follow. I just follow too. You know, I love supporting other artists, especially, you know, starting out artists, because everyone starts somewhere. I mean, heck, I have aphantasia, and I have a hard time with imagining things, so it makes my life very difficult. It makes my life extremely, extremely difficult. I just kind of winged this pose that I'm coming up with here, which is basically me skydiving in semi-chibi form. Semi, because somewhat detailed, but not detailed enough to really call it, you know, anything like my Dakimakura-like Twitter banner, which is not actually a Dakimakura. It's just, it looked like that when my roommate came in, like, watching me draw this, like, behind my shoulder, and I was mortified. Well, yeah, I drew this like a year ago. You would think that I would have improved by the, like, now, you know, since then, but no, that is not the case. I just kind of wing everything. Let's do this more like this. I kind of feel like that should be shortened a bit more. So yeah, if you have to take care of yourself, I totally understand it. You know, streaming can take a lot out of you. Although I've noticed it's taken a lot less out of me since I've moved. Like, living in clean mountain air has really helped a lot. I used to live in a community where there's just so many smokers. I'm an asthmatic, you know, I have terrible asthma, smoke's a trigger, and so I just moved. And I've been a lot better since I moved. And I have to keep reminding myself also, totally unrelated to my health, but when it comes to art, I have to remind myself I don't have to separate everything from life. I keep wanting to do that. Yeah, there aren't too many pixel VTubers, and you know, that it's a smart idea to go with something that's a little bit different. I mean, heck, in my case, the reason I came up with this whole concept of, you know, the fake starting soon screen to kind of, you know, baffle everyone watching me, you know, was, I'm sure you guys have seen, like, the VTubers who get these commissions of, like, these gorgeous, like, super detailed starting soon screens, or like BRB screens, or like ending screens. And it's basically like an entire, like, animation of their, like, character. And I'm like, that feels like a waste. It feels like a missed opportunity. They could literally turn that into a model and use it. So then I decided to take that idea and run with it, which is how I ended up with blinking text that says starting soon. And then my little subtext down here, you know, being duck, because that's how long I've been a VTuber. Yeah, I started back in 2022, and actually I hated my original model design so much that I decided, you know what, this is my practice model. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna make a better one. And then start streaming and making video content. And then I was like, a year later, like, I still haven't done it. Chat. So then I said, you know what, duck it. Just duck it. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make videos with this scuffed as heck model that has no physics, has no expressions, only has eyes open and closed, not even eyebrow movement, okay? Not even any kind of mouth differential. It's literally just open and closed, which, by the way, that's all this one is, because I'm a duck, right? I'm a duck. How do you move duck lips, okay? I mean, I guess Donald Duck figured it out, but I have not. And I'm not Donald Duck. I'm Lucky Duck. So I just have open and closed. But I might actually add a little bit of like squishing and squashing to the lips later. I haven't decided on it yet though. I feel like it would be a little bit too uncanny. Just a little bit, you know? A wee bit. I mean, I guess this model is a little bit uncanny because the fact it almost looks like it's 3D, but it's like pixel. So it's a little bit odd. Yeah, I also think I might put up like a what do you call? Like a BRB text. Like I want to have like other text besides just this, you know, the starting soon. Cuz I could probably make other ones. You know, like tracking lost or like BRB or something else, you know? And yeah, duck mouth, definitely not the easiest thing to do. Like, honestly, when you look at what I originally did for my model, like, what was I supposed to do as an artist who had no idea what a duck actually looked like as a humanoid? Like, going back in here to look at my model again, because that would just be easier. Like, how was I supposed to figure this out, right? And then, you know, this is what she looked like with her mouth open. Like, what is going on here with the perspective? Like, this is, like, all kinds of jagged. Like, and the top part would always bump upwards, too. So, I had to figure out a new way to, do the mouth. Because nobody had any kind of tutorial on YouTube on how to do this kind of a mouth. And it's just taken me so many times drawing myself to actually figure out that, oh, it's basically like a square or rectangle with like squiggles. So, yeah. Like, as you can see, it's like a squiggly rectangle. Honestly. Even looking at the reference, it almost looks like a shoe shape, right? It was so uncanny and weird. You do need more duck YouTubers, you know? There's so many people who are duck themed. You know, we have like Subaru, for example, and I know there's another VTuber who I remember it was like earlier this year he finally got a live 2D version for his character. But Phil's chill, he wears like a duck hoodie, he's duck themed. But you know, he's mostly like human, but you know, duck. Like a rubber duck, yellow. And so like I know him, I know of me, I know of you, Dazul. There's Duck E.T. It's Duck with 2 C's instead of a CK. There's gosh, I'm blanking. There's Karn, I want to say is their name. Who's duck themed. Mallard theme, I think. Like me, but I'm also a literal duck with a duck bill. Yeah, there's not really a lot of actual ducks. I mean, there's so many cats, there's so many dogs, there's so many wolves, there's so many sea creatures now, oddly. You know, I never thought that I would say, you know, there's lots of sea creatures. But there is. I know I'm gonna fix this. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead here. I am going to show you guys also really quickly. This is a really cool tool that is within Clip Studio. If you like using Live 2D, if you happen to be a Live 2D artist, you can use the mesh function in Clip Studio, and it allows you to effectively simulate the way that Live 2D works. And you could basically just increase the number of divides until you get it the way you want it. Which I actually did not do that because I needed to... Here we go. So you see, now this affects everything that's in here to warp it the way that I move it. And if I want to bring like that part down, I can kind of do that. And then I can kind of bring that in. There we go. So many sharp teeth. We will be having an ad starting in about 5 minutes, so when that happens, we will take a quick break, chat. And then we'll be back to drawing shortly after the break. Okay, I'm going to kind of reduce the opacity of that now that we have a basic, like, outline for the body. I still don't know what's entirely going on here, but we're figuring it out as we go. We're doing it live, chat. Okay. Let's make this one kind of orange. Actually, I'm going to make it a deeper orange. There we go. There's a wild Gramble in chat. You could try to catch it using exclamation point Pokecatch. I'm going to go ahead and make a new layer. So if you're wondering why I keep making all the layers different colors, it's mostly because of the fact that me as someone who does struggle with authentication, number one, it makes it easier for me to discern what part is like what when I'm still in the sketch stage. I used to do it all in one layer and I would just do different colors. But then I started doing live 2D and that's when my life got destroyed. It just became me figuring out what I wanted to do and putting it all in different layers, but then I have to label each layer. It's a problem. Look at the sheet. See kind of an idea of how it goes from behind. Because I do know my tail does fan behind me. So the Fire Nation. That's basically what happened with Live T. It's like, oh, I'm so used to drawing everything separate from each other to a very striking degree, right? Like if I open up, if I go to, because I am working on another model off screen. I'm working on another model off stream. And that model, I'm not actually properly showing on social media yet, but you can kind of see what I'm getting at here. There's just layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon even more layers, if you could believe it. So many ducking layers. Like, there's just so many. And this is just for the art, you know? Yeah, this is layers. Layers, layers, layers. Everything's a layer, you know? If I were to, you know, turn on that, got all of these. And I know that looks kind of odd, but it's because the fact it will actually clip to the head. Yeah. Got the big eyes, like, oh. Even got little blushies for it. Also, this will be a free-to-use model when I am done with it. But yeah, like for example, the upper beak, you can now see the inside. There's everything inside. You have to draw everything inside. That's just a little bit uncanny though. So we'll put that back. Oh yeah. Do not save. I do not need to save. I'm gonna save that. And we're gonna go ahead and start our ad break here in a moment, and we will be right back. And I'm also glad that you think that the turkey's adorable. You're gonna get to see the turkey next week live.
This is. You know how hard it is to go up or down? Barry. Barry! No, please. No. Please. How cruel can you?
I am directly above a thingy. That would be very mean. That would be very mean, Saucepot. Ah! I should have seen it coming. I really should have seen it coming. It is a good thing I have fairies. Oh, he roar. That is not terrifying at all. Do not spot me. Do not spot me. Oh, are you? Hi, chat. Oh, lordy. Oh. Oh. Ah. That is annoying.
How did I?
Struggling. I am struggling. And now it's really dark for some reason. Okay, this... what kind of animation is this, guys? Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Oh my god. The running up the mountain just kind of killed me. You guys, I am not interested. Yep. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. I can already tell. There's a bird! I kind of like the new mascot that they got now, Astrobot. I don't even know it, honestly. I actually was more of a Nintendo kid, but my dad had... Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be... I can't see where I'm going, but I'm trying. I feel like I'm tripping here. Aw, that's nice. Oh, definitely not. Why is it that it sounds like he's like telling you to do that? That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Oh. I am blatantly ignoring. Yes! Yes! Oh, he mad. I saw it, but not really. And we are back. Hope y'all had a good break there. And yeah, for those of you who are new here, you would have just saw my old bottle right there in those clips, and also Phil's chill popped up in those clips. But yeah, at least him in the chat anyhow. But yeah, we're back. It's a bit cursed. It was very uncanny. I will say that probably the most common comment I got on my videos back then, duck. Literally, they would just type the word duck. D-U-C-K. Often not even adding punctuation or capitalization. Just duck. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a duck. Let's see now. I'm gonna do the lower body now. Ugh. Also, one of the things I do like about being a Live 2D artist, super random, but I just thought about it. Besides the fact that you can update your own models at will, unlike, you know, if you're not your own artist, which you can do that with 3D models, but 2D is a very different story. The one thing I really just like is the fact that you can exaggerate the movement more so that when you're actually like using your model, it moves more. And the reason why I bring this up is because especially if you are on a budget like myself, you're gonna find that iPhones are expensive and a webcam is a lot cheaper. I actually use a webcam for my tracking. Whack. And thank you for the hydrate. I don't know why I didn't see the sound alert pop up. Is the sound alert not popping up? Please don't tell me sound alerts is broken. I bet you sound alerts is broken. Everything was broken on my PC this morning. I had to restart my entire PC right before stream because of the fact that my computer was like, yeah, you know how you had audio 5 minutes ago? You don't anymore. So, yeah. I'm gonna assume, looking. Where is my sound alerts? Why is this not popping up? I feel like it should pop up. Well, I guess sound alerts are broken this stream too. Well, oh well. My audio interface broke halfway through stream. You know, that happened to me. I remember when I first got my beacon mic, and thank you for the posture check. I will do that, and also take a drink of my Chocomoo, which is made out of chocolate nut juice, as I call it, chocolate almond milk. Because almonds do not make milk. Okay. So it's juice. So, when I first got my beacon, it was a gift. I got the beacon mixer. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this like it's supposed to be used, you know, as it's intended to be used. Well, you see. It had a different story. It had a different plan involved because I tried to turn the knobs and I thought it was fine. I was using it like normal. And in the middle of the stream, I'm changing it. I'm turning it to fix the music levels. And it dies. Yep. Haha. I was like, I can't hear how loud it is, chat. You're gonna have to tell me. Because I can't hear. I can't tell at all. Please, please help me. Help me. Please. I'm begging you. Or maybe it was with a game, but either way, it was when I was trying to adjust the volume of something that chat could hear, and I could hear, and tried to change it at the same time, did not work, and it broke it. So I have never touched the dials midstream since then. Instead, I have the actual program open, and I adjust it manually with my mouse, because I ain't risking having that happen again. The only time I use the dials to adjust is if it's like a game like Lethal Company where I can't really just open it up because I have the game open. And that was a bit of a problem. Now, so I totally get how that can be. I totally do. I hate when just everything audio dies. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix sound alerts. I might even just nix sound alerts and make my own integrated sound alerts. Because in case you haven't noticed, if you look up above me, like all the way up there, you'll notice I have a chat box. It looks a little bit different from most people's chat boxes. And it's because of the fact that it's not Stream Elements, it's not Streamlabs. In fact, it's not even a chat widget that I paid for. It's actually Mix It Up. And as long as I have the audio files, I can use Mix It Up to do whatever I want. I just have to create like an animation or something pop up so that it actually like shows up on screen when someone does it, if I want to do that. So I might add that to my list of chores for my stream. Because sound alerts is always unpredictable. You never know when it's gonna work or not. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look upside down, but I'm winging it. I'm gonna call this pants. Yeah, we're gonna call that pants. There is a wild Fido in chat. You could try to catch it using !PokeCatch. And also, if you happen to have a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball, you can also use those too. Ultra Ball. There we go. There we go. Also, if you have not already cast your vote for what crowd control games you would like to see during my Donathon next week, please use the Google Forms link that is in the chat, posted by our lovely bot, Mallard Duck 3000. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. Yeah, that's easier. That's a lot easier. Okay, here we go. I got my pants layer. And I'm going to kind of make that harder to see so that I can draw on top of it. I am going to, on top of this, oh hey, I got it. Tail. And this is where I look at my reference. Like, I'm still impressed by my friend. She's a very good artist. You know, she goes by Zyrite. So, she actually did a lot of the emotes on this channel. If you were to see, like, most of the emotes that are, like, in this style right here, these are all hers. She did all of these. I've done most of the recent ones. Like, I actually rigged this on stream. Which, honestly, I love it. I honestly love it so much. This is like eye twitch. I also did this one. I did this one. I did that one. Yeah, I've done quite a few of these. Like, there's the cat duck right there. but she's done a lot of stuff for me in the past. I have unfortunately been unable to actually commission her lately because I've been broke. Because I like to pay, even if you're my friend. I like to pay if I commission. I guess I'm probably just gonna... Woo! Woo! I'm gonna kind of move that there. Maybe spin this a bit. The amount of arguments I've had with my artist about her not accepting my money. Yeah. I've had to smack Zyrite a few times about that because it's like, no, that's fine. It's fine. Just take the money. Take the money. It's for you to spend for you. You know? She did a lot of my early stuff that I had because at the time I had no time. For context here, I'm building a startup in my day-to-day life. You know, I'm doing the whole, you know, grind outside of this. This is my hobby, okay? A lot of people start VTubing because they want to be famous, and I'm just like, I'm tired of being the main character. I just want to kind of chill and vibe with people now. Although I do enjoy crowd control. Crowd control is heckin' fun. Okay, listen here, you wee bastard. You will take my money. Pretty much. So, I actually started VTubing as kind of like a way to help other people more than, you know, stand out myself, I guess. But at the same time, I wanted to be different from everyone else. So then I had to come up with a concept that nobody else had taken. Because I did not want to have to worry about someone accusing me of copying someone else. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Every day we see it. Every ducking day we see it. Oh, this person's just a copycat of Shy Lily. Oh, this person's just a copycat of Gura. This person's just a cop... I did not want to hear that. I already hear it enough in the drama of the day-to-day on the Bluebird site and other places. I don't want to hear it on my own stream. So I was like, I'm gonna come up with something entirely different that nobody else has ever done yet. And sure enough, nobody had come up with Anthro Duck. That's also a bomber pilot. So I did that. And I think I did a pretty good job coming up with a unique concept. And I also have a unique silhouette. Like, if you look at my silhouette, let me quickly just find where I have saved. Screenshots. So I did like a screenshot here. Yeah, here we go. Like this. You know what this is. You know what this is when you look at it. You can tell. Yeah. There's the tail. And there's the floofies. My hair has a very unique shape. You know? So yeah, I was very conscious about what I was doing with my design. Granted, my original model, not that pretty. Not that pretty at all. But the concept still follows, because if you like it still tracks, because if you were to actually like, I'm gonna grab a quick screen cap that I had of my model here, PNG. If I were to turn the transparent pixels, you know, where I just draw over it, I would be able to go. Now granted, as you can see here, there is in fact transparency I missed. Again, this was an extremely scuffed model. I did not know what the duck I was doing. Even here, you could see there was like very much like this kind of distinct hair shape that I carried over. Well, granted, it did change a little bit when I did the chibi version, Partially because of the fact that I'm gonna admit something to you, chat. I rushed my chibi model. I did it literally in the span of like 2 weeks, and I tried to make the entire thing from start to finish in under 24 hours total. I succeeded, by the way. However, do I recommend that? No. In fact, after the fact, I went back and I added some new things, and I fixed some things. Like, at first, I did not have any expressions. Like, this model doesn't really have any expressions. But my chibi model does. And that's one of the reasons also I want to show y'all when you did raid earlier, is because expressions are fun to do. And I don't have them on this model yet because this was also a rushed model, but it was also because I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a starting soon screen that's actually a model? It has a dual purpose, and the best part is the shell that I'm using here, like this kind of Game Boy looking shell. The nice thing is it's actually its own file, right? And I bring that up because of the fact, like, if I go into VTube Studio, for example, I can load a new live 2D. I go in here. Like, as you can see, this is its own thing. I actually superimposed this on top of my model. And I made this so you could customize it. It has all different kinds of sliders. Hello, Sent. Hello. I'm so sorry. Sound alerts are broken. So I will give you a whack. But yeah, this is actually its own asset that I made. And it's customizable. You can get it for free on my Ko-Fi, by the way. But I can actually use this, like, if, for example, I want to play Pokemon Crystal with crowd control. I could use this basically as the overlay if I wanted to. And then chat could just change the colors as they will. Because chat loves to do different things. And I also gotta add the rotate and pinning to this model. I don't have that set up yet. I have it only set up for my chibi model. And I also need to set up a switch for you guys, because I have a switch, but y'all don't. So I want to do that. Yeah, we got the Luigi skin now. The Luigi theme. We got a blue light. We got the kind of brownish, reddish, boot colored bottom buttons. It is important to note this is legally distinct, chat. This is legally distinct. Nintendo cannot complain about this, because while it might look kind of like the Game Boy, it ain't. I made sure to make some differences. Like, for example, these right here, I'm gonna kind of look right here. The little buttons at the bottom, the start select, those are actually diagonal on the Game Boy. And also the little speaker area, those are also supposed to be diagonal slots. Yeah, I changed it. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss that now, because I don't need to have a second skin up here. But yeah. Go ahead and save that. And then I need to do the feet. I guess this will be kind of like a, oh, that was not what I expected. I forgot that I had the G-pen on and I was using my black. I was not expecting that. Fat. I'm looking for fat. Feet, I tell you. I think I'm gonna be kind of, gonna be kind of lazy here. Copy, paste. And now, voila. And then I'm gonna kind of rotate, bring that down, and now we're gonna kind of skew this a bit. There we go. We got our feet slumped. I can snap. So that's like where the heel is, right? So then I can turn the frame off and oh my ducking god, we have a flying duck. Or at least a falling duck. We did it, chat. We did it. Stream's over. Time to go home. I'm joking. Oh my goodness. Well, we at least got that much done, which will make my life so much ducking easier. Okay. I'm kind of digging this, the track that's playing. Something isn't right. It's from the Stream Beats. Which, if you don't know, Stream Beats is free, and also you're able to stream it without having to worry about DMCA. Which is why I use it. I'm gonna save this, and actually, I'm gonna kind of come in here and change these back to normal, because I feel like this is a little bit excessive. I will change things back as needed. But here we go. We have... Wait. There we go. We have the... Oh! Oh, there is a wild Zatu. Exclamation point Pokecatch if you would like to, try to catch it. There we go. What? I accidentally mistyped, I guess. Pokecatch. Ultra Ball. There we go. Because I put Ultra like the brand, the store. Okay. I'm gonna make the head area a different color to make it easier to see. And the head will go over the body. Yeah, I mean the thing hasn't finished yet, so we might get it. We might get it yet, Dazzle. Okay. Let me make this a bit darker. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you gotta wait for it. It takes a whole 90 seconds. Woo, we both caught it this time. Woo! Okay, now we can start on the lines. Coming a bit closer here. I do not have to make this like Lichity. I repeat. Wouldn't it be so fun to make the hair flap in the wind? Yes, the fun had to be doubled. Indeed. It is so difficult. It is so difficult right now. I kind of just really want to... Chat, I have a problem. I have a problem, chat. I really want to, like, animate this now. Like, I feel like, you know, making the hair kind of swish upwards. Like she's falling, and turn it into an animated Duckathon card. But I feel like that would be too much. It would be too over the top. I can't. It is a hard decision. But I want to make everything Lichity, because that's what I do. Stop me, chat. You gotta stop me. before I do. Trying to think of what kind of texture. I might just go with my usual G pen and make it more cartoony. That's how I do a lot of like my line art, by the way. If you were wondering about my, I guess, style, what I do is I use the G pen, which, you know, is just a basic fucking pen that you get with your Clip Studio, and it's effectively just a solid line. That's pretty much it. That's how I do my line art most of the time, but I know a lot of people like texture. I could probably, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about overlaying a texture. I'm not sure I feel it though. I would probably use like a mapping pen or something. Ah! Maybe I could use like a mapping pen. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna use the G pen. There's also the real G pen, which is actually a bit more realistic. I'm also gonna probably turn this into a vector layer. Because vectors are so much easier. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So you're probably wondering, Lucky, what do you mean vectors are easier? Well, I will show you. We just kind of zoom in a bit. And we need to, you know... Oh gosh, that is awful. I cannot use the real G pen with the stabilization that well. We gotta fix that. Because I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. Now, from here, I might come in like... Whoop. I said whoop. I'm bad at this, chat. This is why I should not be allowed to art. Okay, that's better. Now, you can probably see, like, that part right there. There's a nifty little thing that you can do. You use the eraser, hard eraser, middle for the vector eraser, have that checked, and make sure it's the right size. Just take off the little tails. There you go. No more tails. No more tails. And so much easier. So much ducking easier. People don't understand why I love vector so much, and I'm like, just do vector, just do vector, just do vector, just do vector. And I will scream it to the heavens. But you can edit vector so much easier. Hello, Mika. I'm sorry sound alerts are not working today. I hope you're doing well today. Hope you're doing well. We've been I should have seen it coming. I should have seen it coming. Should have seen it. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. I've just been doodling, doing the duck thing. And the best part, besides the fact that that's not quite what I wanted. Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with yourself there? Huh? The other thing I wanted to point out is that if you want to do, like, let's say you're like, oh, that's way too thick of a line. I guess you are very proud of yourself. You can always use this little tool down here, correct line width, narrow, and then just kind of bam, 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 bam. Now we have the perfect line. It is so much better. Okay, that is not what I wanted to have happen. So, you know, I'm going to do it like that. And we cut off the tail. And then, another fun part. Woo! Because again, I can just cut off the tails. It's not easy. Although I need to kind of make the thing itself a little bit smaller. Kind of come in down here. Because I'm not trying to make this bottom line any thinner. But just the eye lines. And I can come up here with the control point stuff. And I can zoom in a bit further so I can see a little better. I can delete any offending ones, or I can even adjust the line width of a specific point. Also, like that, we have a much cleaner transition. I love Vector. I really do. I've also never used this brush before, so it's an interesting experience, I will say that. I can kind of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to change this in the coloring stage. And I'll add the highlight then. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So when I zoom out here, kind of boop, boop. There we go. Got the eyelid. We can also quickly narrow this part right here. And then thicken back here. There we go. Ducking suck at drawing, but you would never know because I do half of my drawing off stream. I spend forever trying to get the perfect brush strokes. Oh, that was an awkward and that. Let's just we'll delete all of these and pretend they never happened. There we go. There we go. That works. And then, woo! And then I can narrow this. I don't want to thin it. I want to narrow it. Here we go. She's starting to come together. Starting. Still got a ways to go. Woo. There we go. Too much. My sketch does not reflect what reality should be. Not on the point of same thing. I can also do this really neat thing. Just delete a whole bunch of these. Just do this one. You know? And y'all are none the wiser. Except y'all get to see it this time. This is how I make my brush strokes look cleaner. Is the reality is I don't actually have clean brush strokes. I just use vector to make it look better. Okay, let's see. So now I'm gonna quickly do the eyebrows here. That actually turned out okay, I think. And it's a bit wobbly. I'm not a fan of the wobble. I'm just gonna kind of come in here and adjust this line. Probably delete a few of these. Yeah, because we don't need all that. Nope, nope, nope. We can move back over here. I can come back in here. And I don't like that long tail, so we'll just get rid of that. And I'm noticing... Let me see. There we go. So there's also this cool little function called pinch. Pinch. I like to use that too. Have our eyebrows. She has brows. There is a wild honenge in chat. You can try to catch it using !! Pokecatch. That is a ghost type, I believe, if my memory serves, because I saw it in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Not Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because I'm weird and I only played Moon. Despite the fact that I only started playing Moon right before they shut the servers down. Yeah, I started late on Pokemon. I mean, I started it when I was a kid, but I got out of Pokemon, and then I ended up back into Pokemon this year, which is why I ended up playing Legends Arceus. Hardly keep up with Pokemon, there's too many. I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, you have to understand, I'm a bird. And that means, as an autistic bird, I have to know everything about birds. And so naturally, I went on an adventure to learn about every bird Pokemon and find out, and also prove that birds are overpowered. Because, chat, because, gotta tell you, and this is gonna be something that's going to probably break your brains. Did you know Magmar is technically a duck? That's right, I said it. Magmar is a duck. By extension, that makes Magby also a duck. But just the fact that, you know, it's a duck. a flame-throwing duck. It is a fact of life. I had to really just think about my life for a bit when I saw Magmar when I was playing Arceus, and I was like, I just realized the shape of the mouth and the tail kind of resembles how a duck tail like hangs, like on an actual duck body anyway. And I looked it up, and apparently they were inspired by ducks. So yeah. I need to have a toggle Or I just slowly sip a wine glass or something. Just a slow sip. For facts like that, you know, I gotta figure out how to do that. Woo! Woo! I'm gonna kind of do this. And what we're gonna do is cut off the ends. Cut off the ends. And then wow. I don't even have to try that hard. I can literally just use vectors for this. So much easier. It's also easier when you're not trying to quite literally make everything its own layer. Now, front hair, I do want to... Let's see if I want to make the front hair more visible. There we go. So I'm going to come up here. Because I gotta see this. Gotta put that over the back hair. Also, I think what I'm gonna do is just also add a border effect to make it easier to trace. Because, fun fact, artists typically trace their own work in order to be able to make it look more clean. I'm sorry if that upset you at all. I know there were some people who were like, this artist's a fake because they trace their own stuff, and I'm like, what? 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 Do you think we just poop out the art, you know, completed like it is? Like, how else are we supposed to make clean art, you know? And then erase this, erase that, erase that. Oh, not quite that far. And then here we go. So now if we were to kind of back up. Ah! I said back up! We're starting to see a face. We're starting to see a face, chat. Now I gotta do the blue hair. Oh no. Oh no. I accidentally did that with the eraser. I was not trying to do that. And then I can kind of... Here we go. So that part did not have any extra tails. We'll just continue on to over here. This part comes in like this. And I'm gonna kind of... That's a little bit too much. And then you can actually connect your lines. And then delete any extra control points. I can hide the front hair. So get rid of that. This is how art is made, chat. It is not just something that is mass produced and manufactured. It is something that if you want it to actually have personality, you gotta actually, you know, spend some time with. There we go. And now I can move this just a little bit like that. There we go. Oh, it's just touching the eyes. There we go. Saving, because if you don't save your work, chat, you will lose it. Inevitably. That happened to me just a few days ago when my computer decided it was going to have a fatal crash. I walked away for 5 minutes. I came back. And next thing I knew, I tried to save my work. And it just said nope. And I had to restart my PC and then redo the work I'd done. It was a lot of fun time, chat. Save your work. Always save your work. There we go. That's a better nostril thing. Although I do want to move this. Up a bit more. A little bit bigger. And now we're gonna kind of come in for the face. About making that sharper, but you know, she's got feathers. That's fine. Okay, I'm not happy about that. Let me try to do this way. Okay, I am not happy with that either. Let's just try this one more time. I just ducking suck at like not having a squiggle. The fun part, this line that goes through here, we just do that. Alrighty. I have to do some errands. As much as I want to keep working on this right now, I have to make some phone calls. So, this is where we leave it, chat. This is our masterpiece so far. We got part of it done, but we still have to do the rest. I'll probably finish it off stream. But I need to take care of some stuff that needs to get taken care of today, and it's already noon. So we're gonna go ahead and find who is on. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, we will go and raid a live 2D rigging artist who is on right now. Give me just a moment here. And actually a really great rigging artist. Someone who I actually learned a good bit from. If you remember Ruby's model, with the conditional physics for the tails, or not tails, the tail, not plural, singular, the tutorial I originally was looking at was Moki's, who learned also from Kuroama. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid Moki and say hi. Yeah. And if you aren't already, I do recommend joining the Duck's Nest Discord. That is where I post like when I'm going live, my schedule, all that fun stuff. And that way y'all know whenever I'm gonna be on. But for now, I do want to thank you for popping in for stream this morning. And we're gonna go ahead and raid someone new today. And there's the throne thing again. It I don't know why it's not working today. It is just fucking annoying. But yeah, if you are subscribed, we do have a rating note that you can use. Yeah, thanks for popping in, Dazzle, and everyone else who's been here, you know. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to, hopefully, starting my Duckathon on Sunday. I'll be posting on the Discord about it once I have my schedule card up and running and whatnot. And that way y'all can see what we're doing. Yeah.